Madam President of the International Triathlon Union, Mr. Vice President of the French Triathlon Federation, ladies and gentlemen who are the heads of the national and international federations, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I would like to welcome all of you to INSEP for this third global conference on science and triathlon. After the conferences held in Alicante in Spain and Macolin in Switzerland, I'm especially honored and delighted to be welcoming Madame Marisol Casado, who is the president of the ITU and a member of the International Olympic Committee, who has trusted us with the organization of this event. It is a pleasure for me to thank you for your presence, your involvement on a daily basis in triathlon, and also for your values, the values which bring us together here today. It's a pleasure for us to welcome you here and be here, and it's the participation of people from over 40 countries who are coming here.
Thanks to the French Triathlon Federation for its active collaboration, as well as everyone who works in this establishment, and I hope for the success of this World Conference. Before turning to the subject which has brought us here today, I would like to remember Laurent Vidal, a French triathlete who passed away last 10 November. Many of you knew him because he was also a member of the ITU Athlete Commission. Laurent Vidal won the 5th place in the London Olympics. He was one of the best world triathletes and will remain an example for future generations competing in Rio next year, then in Tokyo and beyond, and he will be missed. You also know which tragic events added to this sad news. Our country and our city of Paris were badly hit only 2 weeks ago. The confirmation of this international event proves we should never give up our mission of performance and excellence. As we have seen last weekend on sports fields around the world, sport has the power to bring people together and give hope. Thus, this is not a minute of silence that I propose to observe, but a minute of applause in memory of Laurent Vidal and all those who tragically lost their lives in Paris and in other countries affected by these terrorist attacks. Thank you. Here at INSEP, our ambition is to maintain France in the top 5 Olympic nations and in the top 10 Paralympic nations, with the help of French federations. This event is in keeping with our establishment project. Let me simply remind you that INSEP brings together 600 elite athletes, including 150 minors, in 28 Pôle France. By their side, 200 coaches and national managers, as well as 300 staff, work every day to improve the performance of each. We are lucky to have our researchers, medical personnel, trainers, and teachers. And I want you to know, last year, our students enjoyed 100% of success in the baccalaureate. We prepare Rio Olympics and Paralympics, and already the Tokyo 2020 Games, and even the 2024 edition, hopefully in Paris. And this conference is consequently both a major event on our agenda and on the continuity of our mission to reach the best performances. The international situation is getting more and more competitive, you know that. We cannot stay at the best nations level without being open to outside ideas and curious about innovations. This is the meaning we wish to give to this international meeting. Gathering so many different nationalities in this room is therefore a great support for all of our departments and work every day for performance. Beyond the World Scientific Congress, we also have the privilege to greet the ITU Executive Board that will chair Madame, I think, this weekend. Coming from the 5 continents, the conference speakers have prepared for these 2 days high-level contributions in order to help us better understand the next great international triathlon events. Of course, the work's topics leave nothing to chance. They are not only about exchanging on best practices, they are also about giving our coaches and athletes the keys for concrete application. Optimal training loads, nutrition strategies, training competing in extreme conditions, as well as prepare para-triathlon. I hope the various topics will benefit everybody, and I want to thank in advance every speaker for the quality of their contributions. I finally wish you an excellent seminar on this land of champions. And now I invite Mrs. Marisol Casado, President of the International Triathlon Union and IOC member, to join me on stage to open the 3rd Science and Triathlon World Conference.
And to the French Federation, who really puts all the facilities for us to be here today. As everyone knows, all over the world, this is one of the most important places in the world just for high-performance athletes. I think this is really the best place for us to hold this conference. Okay, I think we already be very sad for all the things that happened in the last weeks, but I think triathlon is a very inclusive sport. We really are ready all the time for the change, and I really want to say something that I listened yesterday. I coming from Monaco, where it was held the conference Peace and Sport. And I think they say something that I really like it, and I want just to share with you, that is, peace is the target, sport is the tool. Then I think we all have to have this in mind, which I think is a very good mode. Well, it is a pleasure to welcome you on the 3rd edition of the Science and Technology Conference. We began this conference 6 years ago because we wanted to create an environment that promotes further research in triathlon. As a young sport, we've experimented with many formats and best practices in the last 26 years, which has made us a leader in sport research. For example, ITU led the studies about water quality and water temperature safety. With this research, we were able to make a significant contribution to the Rio 2016 organizers and International Olympic Committee. In the spirit of innovation and improvement, this conference will highlight theoretical and practical concepts to improve the sport, offering a mix of the world's more accomplished coaches coupled with top international sports scientists. This unique conference will focus on peaking in Rio, preparing for Tokyo, and beyond. With an incredible list of speakers that will offer access to the most in-depth and innovative information available for training triathletes and para-triathletes. Keynote speakers, including elite coaches Joel Filiol, Darren Smith, and Sergio Santos, all of whom have coached athletes to Olympic medals and World Championships titles. The lineup of speakers also includes many recognized scientists and experts, such as ITU Medical Delegate Chair Sergio Miglorini, sport scientist Dr. Christoph Hauswirth, and Dr. Jan Lemieux, as well as renowned psychologists Inigo Mujica and Paul Larsen. I'm told Darren actually spoke here in INSEP 15 years ago, which shows long both INSEP and Darren have been involved in the design of triathlon. In fact, INSEP has produced a number of triathlon studies that are used as a reference for many coaches and federations now. Their story as a leading sports sciences facility made them a natural choice to host this conference, and we are very thankful to them having us here this week. I cannot think of a better place to hold this seminar, as I said before, than in this location dedicated to sports science and athletes' environment such as INSEP. Thank you again. I would like to acknowledge this is something that was maybe a small surprise for everyone, but I really wanted to do it here because I think it's the right environment for this. I would like to acknowledge ITU's medical chair, Sergio Miglorini, for all the work he has done for ITU. Sergio has been incredibly active in ensuring ITU implements the best and safe practice for athletes. He is constantly preparing in international conference to stay up to date on information and has been an invaluable source for us and the entire international sport community. For that, I would like to ask him to join me to receive this small present. I think he really deserves. It was very, very important the role that he's playing in front of the international sport community. I think it's very important because triathlon now is in a very higher position than before. Yes. Thank you very much. Finally, I thank you to our French Federation. France has been the site of innovation in triathlon for more than 25 years. It was here in France that ITU had its first Congress and were celebrated 25 years as a federation last year. France has been integral in the evolution of our sport. Then with that, I really hope that you have I'm confident that you are going to have a very fruitful 2 days here in France, in INSEP, and I wish all the best. Thank you very much.